Midnight pressed against the glass walls of Blackwell Tower as New York pulsed far below, unaware that a criminal empire was seconds from collapsing. In the server hub, normally loud with cooling fans, an unnatural silence spread as every monitor flashed to black. Engineers froze. Power lines hummed. And Marcus Blackwell, the man feared across 3 coasts, stepped forward with a voice that cut the darkness. "Who sabotaged my system?" No one answered. Fear swallowed the room whole. At the back, half hidden behind a supply cart, Lily Morgan tightened her grip on the mop handle. Her faded uniform clung to her like a reminder of every door she'd cleaned and every room she'd been ignored in. Yet when a senior engineer barked, "We've lost 700 million, this is a death sentence," her pulse sharpened with something dangerously close to recognition. She took one step forward. "I know why the system crashed," Lily said quietly. Heads snapped toward her. Someone scoffed. "The janitor. You're joking." But Marcus didn't move. His eyes locked on hers, cold, unreadable, and waiting. And in that suspended breath, the tower felt like it was teetering on the edge of a truth no one else had the courage to touch. What she reveals next will decide who survives the night. If this opening pulls you in, subscribe to Canada's Heartfelt Tales for more gripping stories. The fluorescent lights flickered as Lily stepped out from behind the supply cart, the mop still in her hand and water trailing across the tiles like a faint heartbeat. The room felt colder now, sharper, as if the building itself sensed what was coming. Marcus didn't speak. He simply shifted his posture, giving her the space, or the danger, to continue. Lily met his eyes for a single breath before turning toward the closest terminal. "Your system didn't fail," she said softly. "Someone buried a timed breach inside the core." The engineers scoffed, but Marcus narrowed his gaze. "Show me," he ordered. Lily placed the mop aside and moved closer to the console. Her hand hovered above the keyboard, not with uncertainty, but with the weight of everything she had carried alone. When she typed the first command, the black screen responded with a cascade of red symbols, blinking like warnings from another world. Victor Hale, the senior cybersecurity architect, stepped forward, voice dripping with condescension. "You're bluffing. You don't even belong in this room." Lily didn't look up. "I saw your code pattern last night. You stayed past midnight, didn't you?" A silence snapped across the room. Victor's jaw tightened. "Watch your mouth." She pressed another key, revealing a hidden trigger script. Gasps echoed. Marcus took a step closer, his expression unreadable. "Why would she know your code better than my own staff?" he asked quietly. Victor didn't answer. His hand twitched near his pocket. Lily noticed. "He has a second device. The real detonator." Marcus turned fully toward Victor. "Hand it over." Victor's voice cracked. "Sir, it's not what you think." Marcus didn't raise his tone. He didn't need to. Now. A small metal drive clattered onto the floor. The room inhaled as one. And for the first time in years, Lily felt seen, not as a cleaning girl, but as someone who could shatter the silence when it mattered. Marcus gestured to her gently. "Can you stop it?" Lily nodded, even though exhaustion dragged at her limbs like invisible chains. She lowered herself into the chair, fingers steady as she typed. Each line of code felt like peeling away the lies people had told her all her life. "You're not enough, you're invisible, stay in your place." But tonight her place was here. Marcus stood behind her, silent but unyielding. His presence didn't pressure her, it anchored her. As the loop broke apart on screen, Victor lunged toward the nearest exit, panic overtaking reason. "Stop him!" Marcus barked. 2 guards pinned Victor before he reached the door. "You don't understand," Victor shouted. "They threatened me. I had no choice." Lily whispered. "We all have choices." The system hummed back to life. Screens flickered on. Data pathways rebooted. Hope returned like light through a cracked ceiling. The engineers stared, dumbfounded. "She did it," someone murmured. Marcus placed a hand on the back of Lily's chair. "No," he corrected. "She saved all of you." But Lily wasn't celebrating. Her chest tightened with a memory she wished she could erase. Her father's lifeless name on a police report, the world moving on, no one caring. She swallowed hard and stood. Victor spat on the floor. You think you've won. You don't know who you're dealing with. Marcus leaned forward, eyes cold. Neither do you. Take him to the holding wing, he ordered. As Victor was dragged away kicking and cursing, Lily exhaled shakily, wiping sweat from her brow with the sleeve of her uniform. She felt the weight of the room finally shift. Not completely, but enough. Marcus studied her quietly. You're shaking. It's been a long night, she whispered. He stepped closer. Not intimidating, observing. You stayed calm when the room fell apart. Lily met his gaze. Someone had to. His voice softened. Come with me. There's more you need to see. They walked through a secured hallway until he opened a steel door leading to a private chamber filled with monitors. Lily froze. On screen was a folder labeled Redacted. Morgan case file. Her breath caught. Marcus gestured to the chair. Sit. When she didn't move, he added quietly. You deserve to know the truth. He sat. When the video loaded, Lily braced herself. It was surveillance footage. Grainy, timestamped 12 years earlier. Her father speaking to a man she recognized from the news. Nikolai Kozlov, a name whispered like a virus. Her father's voice trembled through the speakers. This isn't right. I won't help you. Kozlov sighed. Then we're done here. The shot was silent, almost gentle. Lily's hands clamped onto the edge of the desk until her knuckles whitened. Marcus didn't speak. He let the truth settle like dust on old wounds. When Lily finally inhaled, it was a fractured breath. Why show me this? Because Kozlov resurfaced tonight. Marcus turned to face her. And because he sent Victor. This wasn't about money. He wanted to send a message. Lily's voice was barely audible. To me. Marcus nodded once. She stood abruptly, pacing the room, emotions tearing through her. Grief, rage, betrayal, fear, all bleeding into each other. Why now? She demanded. Because you broke his plan, Marcus replied. And because you're more dangerous to him than you realize. Lily shook her head. I'm just a janitor. Not anymore. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. You have something Kozlov fears, a mind he can't control. He stilled. In that fragile moment, something heavier than fear settled between them. Possibility. Marcus turned toward the monitors again. Tonight you exposed his breach. But he won't stop. Lily lifted her chin. Then neither will I. Marcus's eyes flicked to her. Approval disguised under steel. Good. Behind them alarms chimed again. A new intrusion attempt. Kozlov wasn't done. Marcus touched the comm, locked down the tower. Red lights washed through the hallways. Lily felt adrenaline surge through her veins. Exhaustion evaporated. She sank into the chair and pulled up the live security feed. Give me access to the root system, she said. It's already yours. Their eyes met, and for the first time, she believed she wasn't standing alone against the world. Hours passed like seconds. Every time Kozlov's hackers broke a layer, Lily crafted a new defense. Every time his men appeared on surveillance, Marcus dispatched reinforcements. At dawn, Lily finally cracked through the last firewall Kozlov had used to mask his operations. But what she found wasn't a network. It was a list. 17 names. Including hers. A hit list. Marcus's voice deepened. He marked you. Lily didn't look away. Then we end this. Tonight. Marcus studied her. A mixture of pride, concern, and something deeper. You'll stay behind me, he warned. We walk together, she corrected. They drove into the outskirts of the city. The streets washed in pale morning light. Kozlov's abandoned warehouse loomed at the edge of an industrial yard, rusted walls covered in graffiti like scars. Inside, shadows clung to the ceiling. Metal groaned. The air was heavy enough to taste. Lily walked behind Marcus, not out of fear but intention. She needed to see the man who had ruined her entire childhood. When Kozlov emerged from the darkness, his grin was slow and cruel. "Little Morgan," he whispered. "Your father begged louder than you will." Marcus lifted his gun instantly. Lily placed her hand on his arm. "No," she whispered. "This is my moment." Kozlov laughed. "What will you do?" "Clean the floor." Lily pulled out a small device and activated it. The lights flickered as the system she built, her Phoenix protocol, activated a complete lockdown. Every door sealed. Every camera streamed evidence. Every shred of Kozlov's operations uploaded directly to federal servers. Kozlov's smile collapsed. "You think this will save you?" he spat. "No," Lily said. "It will bury you." Sirens wailed outside. Dozens of federal agents stormed the building. Kozlov lunged toward her, but Marcus intercepted him, pinning him to the ground long enough for agents to seize him. "One more thing," Lily said as Kozlov was dragged away. He sneered. "What?" "Victory speech." Lily stepped closer. "My father died standing up to you. I'm standing because of him." Kozlov's face warped with fury as the agents slammed the doors behind him. Marcus exhaled slowly. "It's over." Lily's voice was steady. "It's beginning." The sun rose behind them, warm for the first time in years. But as they walked back through the rusted yard, Marcus's phone buzzed. He looked at the message, face hardening. "They found someone else connected to Kozlov," he said. "Someone still inside the city." Lily stopped walking. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Who?" Marcus turned the screen toward her. Her mother's name appeared at the top. The agents' cars pulled away one by one, leaving the warehouse yard strangely quiet. Dawn settled over the broken concrete, softening the harsh lines of a night filled with choices Lily never thought she'd have to make. She stood beside Marcus, the cold wind tugging at her sleeves, and for the first time she realized the ground beneath her felt steady. Not because danger had passed, but because she had stopped running from the truth that shaped her life. She glanced at Marcus, his expression unreadable yet lighter somehow, as if the shadows he carried had loosened their grip. What they faced together wasn't simple, and it wouldn't be the last fight, but something inside her had shifted. Her voice no longer trembled. Her decisions no longer bent under fear. She had stepped into a world that once tried to erase her, and she refused to disappear. Lily didn't speak. She didn't need to. The sealed transport van carrying Kozlov made a sharp turn beyond the gate, its taillights fading like the end of a long, cruel chapter. Justice had finally moved in her direction, and she felt the weight of it. Quiet, heavy, and real. She closed her eyes for a brief moment, letting the rising sun warm her face. This wasn't victory born from revenge. It was the beginning of reclaiming everything she'd been forced to survive. And the road ahead was hers to build. If this story moved you, please like, share, and help Canada's Heartfelt Tales grow by subscribing for more powerful journeys like this one.